Lying at your feet is a strange lamp of ancient design. Spots of gold shimmer through the thick grime that coats it. As you hunker down for a closer look, the lamp jerks slightly, almost imperceptibly. The lamp feels strangely hot to your touch. As you wipe away the years of dirt and grime, it trembles in your hand. Heavy smoke spills out of the spout of the lamp, falling to your feet, where it flows away from you. The vapor arches into the air and starts to take shape before you.
Who summons what? One of you?
His face twists into a sneer and he flexes his claws.
What's wrong, Godwoken? Did the Seven turn you down too? Or are you here seeking even more power? I should strike you down where you stand, God-taint. Because it would be a kindness. I've known the power you feel, the promises you were made. I too was named Godwoken once. My God gave it all. Power, glory, hope. It was intoxicating, until she took it away.
Deep inside, you can feel Zor's Stissa stirring. You hear a faint chuckle. She remembers this one.
Unworthy, she said. Unworthy to be divine. So she gave it to another. What kind of a monster gives you that power only to strip it from you? To promise you will be the light of the world and then cast you into darkness? There was so much wrong with the world. So much that I needed to fix. So I sought power elsewhere. The Void said I could have eternal power. That I could be the light of the world. And it delivered. I have power unlike any Godwoken, even if I lack my freedom. It laughed as I was sealed away in that lamp. Be the light of the world, Godwoken, it said. Even so, it was more honest than your hellish Seven. Three? Why should I grant you one? You and your gods are a blight upon this world. I would rid the world of your corruption, not help you spread it.
You see the rage in the Jinn's eyes fade a little. He flexes his claws as he thinks over what you've said.
Perhaps you're right. I have spent so long locked away with nothing but anger for company. Very well, Godwoken. Tell me, what do you wish for? Do you wish for power, wealth, knowledge, or to see your enemies gone? Wealth can bring you happiness and joy, or it can sit forever in a vault. I pray that your heart is not as cool as these jewels. You have had your wish, Godwoken. We are done here.
What's happening to the shrine?
As the torches around you flicker and crack to life, you hear a low groan. It starts soft, then crescendos until your chest rattles and your head buzzes.
Brachus Rex! Gods damn you to this hell in which I suffer! Gods damn these burning flames! My blood boils in on death, and you ask if it hurts. The indignity fans the flames. Just when the agony subsides, more come to the shrine and put flame to the torches. They think to honor me. Instead, they incinerate me. The curse is everlasting. Whenever I am honored, I will suffer for it. Brachus saw to that. I knew him and knew his secrets. I saw his rise and fall as woven into the tapestry of time. He branded my truth as blasphemy, and I burn for it. I live that horror. The truth invites danger. Some would sooner be swallowed by the void than tell it. Wait. You. I see it. You, too, follow a path consumed by fire. You must take my gift from among the flames. With it, you will know truth. With it, you can... Brachus!
The rumble reaches a deafening forte, then dissipates. The voice is gone. Only the whisper of the wind fills your ears.
smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit you,
Come on, damn you. Think.
You see a man, well-fed and wealthy, but stress has lined his face and narrowed his waist. He tries to ignore your presence, fails. He sighs.
See here. I'm very busy. The factory is crawling with magisters, and our shipments to Arks are held up. Time is money. Don't waste my money. What do you want? Fish. This is a fish factory. I'm shipping fish to Arks. Now please, there's the door. I suggest you use it. When you've been in business as long as I have, you learn that there's a market for everything. You just have to find it. Or
A dark shadow passes across his face.
sometimes it finds you. That's privileged information. I have a trade to protect.
He gives you a...
No, you're right. You lack...
You see a man, well-fed. He tries...
See here, I'm very busy. The factory is fish. This is a... That's privileged... An excellent point. Well made. The answer to your question is, unsurprisingly, a man in a house. A man in a house buys all the void-tainted fish I can send him.
That dark shadow crosses his face once more. He shivers.
Not that I've ever met the man. Not sure I want to, if I'm honest. Absolutely not. I don't give away sensitive information like that to anyone who just asks for it. And I don't keep it lying around, neither. That really is enough now. I'm asking you to leave. Good day.
The dwarf reaches into a barrel and pulls out a fish. His knife glides through the scales, crimson guts spilling out in its wake. The innards fall to the floor, landing in a pool of dark bile. You'd expect fish to smell, but these reek.
Aye, the coin's sweet, and the smell sure ain't. Mind you, the boss found a buyer for this lot, so my knife stays sharp and my pockets stay full.
He runs his knife through another fish and flicks the blade, sending a shower of guts to the ground.
I'd say your guess is as good as mine, except I got the sense not to ask any questions. Now why don't you march on? I ain't been paid to wag me chin.
The dwarf turns back to his work, slicing and disemboweling fish after fish as the blood and black bile mix and swirl around his boots. Looking at the barrel, you see that someone has scrawled Black House on it in paint. You cast your eyes around to see that every barrel headed to Arks has the same inscription.
Here, leave them barrels alone. I told you to take a hike, so scram.
Lucky find. This place stinks. But some of these barrels look interesting.
One barrel of fish stands out from the others. It's sealed and marked with a cross. Something about it seems familiar. Dripping with liquid sauce, this barrel is sealed and marked with a cross. Inside, you find not fish, but weapons. Powerful weapons. The kind of weapons the Magisters took from the Hollow Marshes.
Glory is mine. Nice.
I know your scars. I'll rip apart.
I need aid!
Dripping with liquid sauce, this barrel... Inside, you find...
Yield to none.
Prepare yourself!
I am the push, sir. Push come to shove. I am the push come to shove and shred.
dripping with liquid. Inside, you find...
I'm just another useless elf. Might as well have rotted in the death hole. What's even a...
Yeah? You're good with the Magisters caging anyone up that looks at them funny.
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw him in a hole for all.
What Alexander the Innocent?
Talk, you traitor.
Good. Boss could use some good news. Listen up. Don't waste his time. These are explosive times. Be respectful.
You're one of us, ain't you? Tell us what.
I brought you up from girl to woman, Marla. Like you was my own. This.
He lifts his right arm, showing a white bandage beneath his ribs. A wet red spot shows through.
This ain't the thanks I expected. Who sent you?
The formidable dwarf slams his fist on the side table. You hear a loud crack.
Enough! Do you know they killed Anhar? Do ya? Start talking sense or I'll take that tongue right out of your mouth and fry it for supper. Bart, Kate, get her to talk or bleed her out. She ain't one of mine anymore.
His sneer travels from the restrained dwarf to you.
And you. You better have a damn good reason for coming here.
The battered dwarf pulls her lips back into a garish, open-mouthed grin, flashing blood-stained teeth.
Tell the truth now. Who was he that sent you?
Brave lad, waltzing in here now. I hope for your sake you've got good news for me.
What's got into you?
Family matter. She's one of mine, acting like her brains are scrambled though. Came after me with a knife. Lucky for me, she caught an old wound. Scar slowed down the knife. So, how'd you make it out of Fort Joy? I've got to say I'm impressed. I love a good story. Here's one I heard lately. A group of strangers landed on the beaches outside town. Meister Seaver's people. You one of her little seekers? Chasing down Godwoken and begging them to save us all? That's so.
He leans back and narrows his eyes, looking you up and down.
You know, the Order's been going on about Godwoken for an eon now. Voidwoken's still lurking, though, and it's still hauling folks off to the joy. So if you are who you say you are, what's the point of you?
I heard rumour Mortis is working for the Order.
Ah, I should have guessed. I could help you. But last I heard, you was working for the Magisters. Big shots at the boats. Now, why in the name of all that hurts would I help a worm like that?
An unpleasant smirk twitches around the corners of his mouth.
Right. I reckon I could help you out, depending on what you can do for me.
He gestures towards the bandage across his side.
Had a bit of family trouble lately. My girl Marla got it in her head to come after me with a short blade. That ain't like Marla. Ain't like her to pull the silent treatment either. Something's going on. And wouldn't you know it, that blade she used wasn't any normal bit of steel. Belonged to another of my people. Guy's name is Mordus. Bit of a loner, but smart as hell. I sent a few guys to go check on him, see if he knew what had got into Marla, but no one can find him. I'd like a word with the guy. That'd be up to him, wouldn't it? No one's seen him in a good few. I've got some people checking out his house near the tavern now, though. Tell them I sent you, and they'll let you know what they've found. Truth is, they might be glad to see you. Reckon a sorcerer will have better luck finding one of their own. Well, like I said, Mordus is a special guy. A sorcerer, matter of fact. Maybe even one of the ones Seaver's after. If there's something you want to find out from him, you might want to ask before I have my word with him. Here, you can take this off my hands. More suited to your kind, really. Good luck.
I heard rumour Mordus is working for the Order. What say you?
What's got into you?
Your flesh stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy.
Come on, damn you. Think.
Place Lohar mentioned. It looks unassuming enough.
The dwarf is unnaturally still. You might mistake her for a corpse, were it not for a slight twitch of her eyelids. She calmly opens her left eye, then her right.
What do you want?
The dwarf unfolds her arms and shoots to her feet.
All right, human. Right, glad Lohar ain't left us here to wither. Those brutes are taking their sweet time down there. I gotta send word soon. Who knows? Anything that gives away what Mordus has been up to. Probably got all sorts of tricks for... That weird priest's been hanging around Lohar for ages. Now he's vanished. Those half-wits below will know more. Get to it then. But tell the lunkheads that Glenn has sent you before they bash your brains in.
If we had a crowbar.
Do you think a crowbar would open this thing? Huh? Nothing of yours.
I've spotted some.
We'd have more luck asking Doolin to open it for us than for it to budge by our own hands.
There we go. The door's opening.
By Doona's dagger. You here to free us or kill us?
The male dwarf expels 2 lungfuls of air and glances happily at his companion.
We've only been fretting here for a few hours, but it's felt like days. That snot-nosed priest's as slippery as a snake in an oil drum.
Ain't found nothing that lets on what Mortis is up to. Only thing we managed were to close that door and get us stuck. And if there's another door out there, never could find it.
Noir ain't gonna be pleased.
Ain't no telling where that priest has gone to. Started acting all funny not so long ago, then flew the coop. Well, at first, he was just buddying around with Lohar and the rest, you know. But then he'd start looking all sickly and run off for a day or two. Then some stranger tried taking old Lohar down, but got himself caught and tied up. Ain't no coincidence Mortis went hanging around then.
She taps a finger against her forehead.
A woman knows things. Nothing's getting past me. Best we head off then. We've got business to attend to.
I've spotted something.
A skull. It's missing an eye. As far as locks go, this one's pretty macabre.
Well, this won't do. If I can get stuck, then I can get unstuck.
Lohar will want to know of this.
The shrine depicts Duna, yet has clearly seen better days. Scratches and fissures deface its exterior, and its eyes have been gouged hollow. You run your hands along the exterior until your fingers graze the button noted in the schematic. Your words are swallowed by the chamber's thick air. There's no mistaking the sound of stone chafing stone. The entrance to the chamber grinds open, filling your lungs with slightly less stale air.
Hope you don't go blind after all that.
Better get out there before Mortis makes it all the way past Arx. I asked you for a man, not a note.
He takes the letter from your hands and reads it quickly, face hardening with anger as he reaches the end.
Bloody goddamn spit-sucking weasel! This is bad. Not just for me and mine. Not just for you and yours. This is bad. For everyone. Hell if I know, but it don't sound good. Seems as though Mortis wasn't mine after all. Trouble is, I don't know whose he is. Of course. That's why I haven't heard from the cave. Sabotage. Listen up, I need your help. We all do. Mordus has his hands on something dangerous. Something I was trying to protect us from. Not just my folks. The whole damn realm. Look, me and mine, we move classified cargo. Take it right off Magister ships and put it into the hands of those that will use it rightly. Trouble is, we came across something no one ought to have. Not the Magisters, not my folks, not the gods themselves. I ordered it to be destroyed. I guess Mordus, whoever he's working for, wants it for themselves. That can't happen. The less you know, the better. Trust me. Stop Mordus and I'll take care of the rest. My people had an operation up in the caves outside town. Good access to red ships and plenty of privacy too. Haven't heard from them in a couple of days now. I thought maybe we'd lost the messengers to Voidwoken in the hills, but now I think it's worse than I thought. I bet my lucky left foot Mordus is in the cave. You gotta get to him before he gets his hands on that cargo. Pray to whoever you pray to that it ain't too late. Finally, someone with a little sense around here. Give me your map. I'll show you where we were operating, where I think Mordus will be. I don't want to know what'll happen if he gets what he's after.
You ain't gonna last much longer.
very air stings like needles. The void has taken hold here. Were they talking to that Void Woken?
I've spotted something.
Careful. I've spotted a trap.
I don't know what that statue is doing, but it doesn't look good.
know what that statue is doing, but it doesn't look good.
Regular worms.
will all die.
Right where I want you.
The gift of the void.
Into the dark with you.
From death comes earth.
We need to shut this thing up.
The gift of the void.
This body is fresh. Were they a sorcerer?
The void is strong here. Even the stone is infected. Looks like this is Lohar's place, or what's left of it. Could Mortis have survived this?
A dwarven spirit cowers on the ground, trapped in the fear of her final moments. With growing horror, she turns her focus on something unseen, looming high above her. The trembling of the dwarven spirit tells you the halberd in his hands may not be enough to withstand his unseen enemy. He glances behind him, searching for an escape. He drops the halberd and bolts behind some nearby rocks.
Divine, save me! I don't want to die, please! I don't want to die! I don't want to die!
The spirit screams and screams as something unseen tears into him.
There's a void woken.
A frantic dwarf knocks an arrow to a phantom bow. He lets it fly at some towering, invisible horror, visible only in his mind's eye. He reaches for another arrow.
Keep firing, damn you! He has to have a weak spot. He has to.
The ghostly dwarf ignores you, but the word Mordus forms soundlessly upon his lips. He drops his bow and yanks his sword from its sheath.
Come on, you filth! Let's see what your insides look like!
There's nothing there. You sought escape, but something stalked you. You fled, it followed. You came across a pile of bones. In that moment, you knew that this would be your fate. An ancient memory overwhelms you. You are no longer you, but you still sense source saturating the air, more than you have ever felt before. You watch a figure stride through a cavern of amethyst and rose quartz. A man. No light touches this place, yet the stones and minerals illuminate his way. The man approaches a pearl sphere atop a pedestal. He lays his hands upon it, and source rushes through his fingers, and you are thrust back into reality. The memory fades, but you still sense the source the man has commanded, as if you'd possessed it for yourself. You lose yourself in an ancient vision. As the man you saw before touches the pearl orb, you begin to feel yourself be. Various shades of grey swirl across the globe's surface, then part. You are free, joined by 7 others, summoned by sacrificial source. The 8 of you rush forth as shadows, past the globe, past the man whose body now lies limp on the floor, past the jeweled walls. The vision ends just as you emerge from the cavern. This memory, it feels ancient, a lost place in a lost time. Her gaze falls on you, a glimmer of awareness. She raises her hand as a greeting, or as a warning. The spirit takes a deep breath and bellows silently. A distant cry echoes along the cavern.
Run!
You turn away from the sunset, only to see that Stanley has dropped to one knee. He holds out a ring to you with a sheepish grin. Your hands fly up to cover your mouth, but too late to prevent a happy gasp of surprise from escaping. You didn't think he had it in him. You fall into another memory. You emerge from the crystalline caves, past the orange rubble jutting from the ground, and rise above a shimmering lake. Surrounding the lake is a throng of figures, your worshippers, our worshippers. They will deliver your rightful power to you. You will be as gods. The mob drops to its knees as one. The shimmering lake, once placid, begins to boil and bubble, draining source from every supplicant. The past fades into the present. You see through your own eyes once again. You keep your eyes shut tight, muttering rapid prayers to the Seven. All around you is a cacophony of wails, whimpers and cries for help. You try to shut them out and pray with even more desperate fervor. A loud, inhuman roar suddenly cuts through the cacophony. You cover your ears with your hands and pray on.
Good gods. What happened?
You tried to make a break for it, from Fort Joy to the beach. You didn't make it. You died to the sound of your own echoing screams as the Voidwoken gnawed your bones. You tried to run. Your source collar was heavy around your neck. You slipped on the slick stone, and then they were on you, dozens of mouths feasting on your still living flesh. The dwarf rocks on her haunches, gnawing at her own bloody knuckles. Her wet, fearful eyes flick to you. She lowers her fist just enough to hiss a warning.
Away! Away! Too noisy! It'll come back! It'll take me too!
She shrinks into the fetal position.
It'll come back! It'll come back! It'll come back! It'll come back! And we'll all be eaten alive!
The dwarf shakes her head vigorously.
No! I don't want to look! I saw too much already! Too much!
Your efforts draw an expression of eerie calm. She stares up at you, wide-eyed.
You'll see for yourself! They take us for food! They take us for food for their spawn! They'll take you too!
Her stillness dissolves. Trembling, she curls herself into a whimpering ball and shuts you out.
Sorcerer? Still wearing the collar, too.
Is this where the flying Voidwoken took those poor souls from the beach?
What are you doing? They're close. I can feel them. Run. For the love of the Seven, run. There's no time. Run, you idiot. Run!
I'll yield to none. I'll yield to none.
Dirty claws off me.
Stop it, that tickles!
Get your damn dirty claws off me! Where the hell did they go? Well, we won't find them by guess. Where am I?
me to their young. They chewed on my flesh as I screamed. They ate my flesh, and they want more. They want my sauce. I've seen them sucking up ghosts, swallowing them whole. They cannot be stopped. They cannot be destroyed. Mortis? I heard that name on the lips of the dwarves. They screamed it as they killed each other. I've seen more.
Where the others might be.
I wonder where the others might be.